Great fight, I think very entertaining fight, and as I said at the press conference in New York earlier this week, I knew that those guys came to fight. Gabriel Rosado came here to win the title, become middleweight champion, and so did Further. He came to fight, and we saw so did Murat. I think it was a great fight. It was a very entertaining fight. The crowd was certainly into it, and in the end, the doctor took the decision to stop the fight. Gabriel Rosado, the warrior he is, of course wanted to keep on going, was insisting to keep on going, but the doctor had different plans. But irrespective of that, I think tonight we don't have any losers. We have two winners up here, two great fighters, a world champion with Peter Quillin, who defended his title and showed what he was all about, and Gabriel Rosado, who came to fight, and the kind of fighter who never quits, the kind of fighter people want to see, an entertainer and a very entertaining fight and a very entertaining fighter. So now I'd like to give it first to the world champion, Peter Quillin, to make some comments.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you to Golden Boy. Thank you to Al Heyman. Thank you, most importantly, to Gabriel Rosado. This fight wasn't just like a fight that, you know, I came in here thinking that it was going to be an easy night. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be a hard test for me. You know, he came in here and tried to do it his best, and you know, he threw punches. I can never expect when I throw a punch at somebody that they're not able to throw a punch back. You know, I'm just very gracious and very humble with this experience. I'm not going to think that I'm better than what, you know, a lot of people would think. I think that I have a lot of improvements to make and suck up and learn from this performance and get better if I want to target some of the best out there. Most importantly, he had a lot of fans here, man. That's what's definitely a good thing to see, that a guy like Gabe, what he brings to the table. He brought a lot of fans, a lot of Philly people came, and you know, I never expected that coming into the fight. But you know, I fought through it, and I just try to do what I was able to do, and now I have to go back to the tape and you know, review my performance and just, you know, see what I did wrong and see what I can do better, and just keep trying to strive. You know, same thing in life. You know, you can't stop striving and getting better. Even the leaves on the trees fall away, and you know, I gotta just keep striving and just try to keep better. Hold up, before I start, I just wanted to do that to this mic, and I always wanted to do that. Man, I'm just very humble, man. I thank God every day, man, because, you know, without him, nothing is possible. And I don't mean that in no other way besides, you know, waking up every day and allowing to live to see the day. And whether it's bad or good, you know, I get to look forward to a better day. My wife, during this camp, had a miscarriage, and I struggled with being away from her. And, you know, I had to work through so many challenges, but I think that I have to keep reminding myself that I want to be where I'm at today without, you know, thanking God, because he won't allow me to be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my strength and myself. So thank you for coming out, watching this fight. Thank you, Gabe, for putting up this, you know, game performance. Thank you, Richard and Golden Boy. Thank you, Al Heyman. Thanks to my manager, John Seaton and Jimmy McDevitt. I want to thank my belt. Thank you to this mic.
First and foremost, it's on. All right. First and foremost, I just want to thank God that me and Peter walked out the ring healthy. You know, a guy, Frankie, just passed away in the ring, and he hasn't been getting a lot of, you know, press, but, you know, we fighters die in the ring, so this is real. So I always pray. I never pray for a win. I always pray that me and the fighter walk out healthy and that God's will be done. So God works in mysterious ways, and this is happening for a reason. I don't know why, but it's in God's hands. But to get on to the fight, I feel like boxing is soft nowadays. I feel like it needs to go back to how it was in the 80s. This fight would have never got stopped back in the day. Gotti fought many wars in AC, got cut, and they let it ride. And he was a warrior. You know, you look at fights like Castillo and Chico. You know, those were great fights because they let those fights go. Can you imagine if the referee stopped those fights? You would never have great fights. The referee and the doctor ruined what could have been a great finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have never stopped this fight. The fight was a competitive fight. It was a close fight going into those later rounds. But in a championship fight, it gets real when it's them championship rounds. And I was feeling confident going into those rounds. And even though I got cut, I never let it bother me. You know, and matter of fact, when the ref stopped it, I felt like I was being the aggressor. And then the ref comes and stops it, and I'm telling them I could see. You know, I fought Triple G, and I had 2 cuts over the same eye, and it was a worse cut. And the ref let it ride. So, I mean, I don't feel like the cut was that serious. And when a fight is competitive, you shouldn't stop it. You should let it ride out, let it play out, see what's gonna happen. For them, they stopped it prematurely. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was too competitive. This is a serious fight for them to stop it and mess. Like, I was begging the ref and the doc, like, yo, look, I worked my whole life for this. Like, don't ruin this for me. Like, let me get this last round in. At least give me this last round. So I just feel like boxing is just way too soft right now. It's like, you know, they ruined what could have been a great finish. You know what I'm saying? And but I think it's the type of fight that with the fans, the way the fans reacted to it, I think it's a type of fight where it makes for a great rematch. And I think that that's what should happen. I think this fight is worthy of a rematch, and I think a rematch would be even better than the first time.
All right, any questions?
To do the rematch, what would you want to
Had
fight?
a shutout, would it be suspended?
Oh, can I say something real quick, Ken? For 2 judges to have me not win not even 1 round, and 1 judge only had me win 1 round, is ridiculous. The commentators had me, 2 commentators had to fight a draw, and 1 of the commentators had me up a round. So for the judges to have me not win no rounds, and 1 only had me win 1 round is a disgrace. And those judges deserve to be suspended. And for real, man, we need to make a change in this sport, man. Like, judges is ruining fighters' lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm the type of fighter where I live and I breathe boxing, and I deserve a fair shot. And if I would have dropped Peter in the last 3 rounds, I still would have lost the fight. That's crazy. If he would have went down in the last 3 rounds, I still would have lost the fight on points. So that's how crazy that scoring was.
I felt the knockdown.
No, wait, I need some. We have some questions.
Excuse me, you asked the question.
If you would want a rematch, what would you want to fight?
Hey, why not back here? You know what I mean? I think we'll pack this place. This is a great fight. You know what I'm saying? Take nothing away from Peter. The man is not a champion for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard. You know what I'm saying? To get to where he's at. You know what I'm saying? I think you know, Peter has a great attitude, and I always said that, you know, that's what makes him a champion, is his attitude. He got confident. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think, why not here, right?
Richard? Peter. What do you say about that rematch?
Well, I'm going to be discussing it with Peter and with his team, and then with Showtime as well, and with Gabriel. You heard that obviously Gabe would love to have the rematch, and I think it was definitely a fight which deserves a rematch. But I'll have to see with Showtime and with Peter's team and see what we're going to do next.
Do you have other commitments before that possible rematch? Do you have other commitments?
No, but we have to see, you know, as a team, you know, I think we did have made some plans, but, you know, we have nothing locked in. So I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no. I'm saying as a fan, I certainly would like to see the fight again.
Pete, I know you haven't gone and looked at the tape yet, but you've already said, I guess you feel there are some things that you need to work on. Right now, what are you thinking about because of the way the fight went? What are the things you think you need to work on?
You know, you can always throw more punches. You can always move your head a little bit more. You can always fight a little harder. You know, being a boxer, I think even with 29, 30 fights now, I'm still looking for a dignifying performance. You know, I think you can never consider yourself very complete until the end of your career where you just live up to your potential. And I still think that I'm out there trying to live up to my potential and, you know, figuring things out. You know, fortunately, I've just been, you know, going out there and put my best foot forward, and I've just been winning.
How difficult was it for you to continue going through the camp, given what happened in your personal life. I mean, that's a lot.
Like when you grow up with roaches and wrecks, ain't really, you grow up with like little thick skin. I grew up, with very thick skin to know that, I wouldn't be here if God didn't think I was strong enough to be here. And I think that's what made me a champion. It's like going through all what I've been through, all the struggles and overcoming all that. Just I look at life in a totally different way than just an average person. I know I just don't have black in my heart or anything bad in my heart. I want to see everybody win, even Gabe, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at. So at the end of the day, as long as I keep what's true inside of me, then I ain't really losing nothing.
The powers that be said, okay, let's do the rematch. How would you consider? Would you consider it? How do you feel about that?
I would say, why not? I'm not Richard Schaefer. I'm not Al Heyman. I'm not the matchmakers that make the fights. I'm not Showtime. My job is to go in the gym and prepare for the fights they present to me. Let me know how much money I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And I go in the gym. Make sure I got my training bonus. Then I'm gonna go and prepare.
I mean, look, this is very refreshing. These are two fighters who fight anyone. I mean, Gabriel Rosado is never going to turn down a fight. We know that, and nor is Peter Quillin, Kid Joplin, and I think this is why it makes these two guys so special.
Peter, both you guys, a comment on the knockdown in the second round. Did you think that you were in for an early night and actually seemed to kickstart Gabe? I want you each to comment on that.
When Trinidad got knocked down, he came back even stronger. He got back up and, come back even stronger. But Gabe is Puerto Rican. He's, the same descent of Phoenix Trinidad. So why would he not get back up and come back stronger? So it's not up to me to say how strong he's able to come back. That's what make a true champion, is somebody that can get knocked down, get back up, and, finish the fight.
That seemed to kickstart you a little bit?
That knockdown pissed me off because I was backing into his corner, so I was like forced to pivot to right into the shot. So that's why I went down. It was like a flash knockdown. I wasn't hurt, but I was just like, damn, man. I'm saying like shit, because I felt like I was doing good in that round. So, but it was a good shot for me.
All right, thank you guys.
Please name with the fro. Okay.
Last question here, yeah, okay.
Besides the knockdown, you two hellacious bounds throughout the fight. Is there ever a point where you thought might be fight?
No, I don't never think like that. I think being dedicated to what your team is, we work so hard for, and staying conditioned to that. That's what's more important, and that's what lets you know if we can execute what my trainer is trying to tell me. And I'm just, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't take anything from this guy and his performance. It was a gutsy performance, and we gave the fans something truly what they wanted to see. So I'm thankful. Again, thank you, Richard, and I'm thankful for all the media that covered all this.
All right, thank you very much. Give it up to great fighters.